US decision to raise tariffs against Europe and the rest of the world is extremely unfortunate. It is when goods and services, entrepreneurs and ideas can move freely over the Atlantic Sea that humankind has made the biggest leap forward. We don't want escalation, we don't want a trade war with the US, we want more trade and more cooperation with the US. But the EU stands united right now. We're in favor of a negotiated solution, but of course stands ready for countermeasures that are well targeted and proportionate. Sweden will continue to be a strong voice for free trade and open trade routes, and it's important to say that we need to sign more free trade agreements going forward right now. Thank you.
What do you think of the discussion about the zero tariffs? Musk has just been bringing this up over the weekend. How realistic do you think it is? Is this a solution?
Well, of course, free trade is always good. We know we need more free trade, and if all this ends up with zero tariffs in both directions, that would be the most positive outcome there is right now.
What will the EU do against Chinese dumping?
On the note of free trade, we already know what Canada did. We already know what China has done. Do you see the European Union cozying up more to China in a world where perhaps the main player, which is the United States, would be left out?
Well, Europe is a free trade continent, and we need more trade both with China, with Canada and the US. Now we're going to discuss the countermeasures, and Sweden will be in favor of countermeasures, but always be open for negotiations. The countermeasures, they have to be well targeted and proportionate. But Europe wants more trade with all countries and continents.
And do you think the US is going to back down, or do you think this is just not going to happen unless Trump is directly involved and has top-level conversations with the European Union instead of being at a ministerial level?
Well, we are prepared for the worst, but of course, when China, when Canada, when the European Union for the coming days and weeks will put into place countermeasures, it will be a strong pressure on the U.S. administration to negotiate with us.
What can the European Union do to protect its internal market against Chinese dumping?
We have to reform ourselves, of course, and when we talk about trade, we need more trade within the European Union, and we need more trade with China, with the US, with Canada, and the rest of the world.
Should the US American tech companies be targeted?
All options are on the table right now, and we will, of course, be in favor of EU unity, but the countermeasures, they have to be well targeted and countermeasures so it don't hurt European companies more than it hurts American companies.
Do you think the European Union can
Thank you.
address
Thank you.